So this question is a diagram question. More specifically, it is a table question. So what are the details of this table? Well, the table here has a title that says number of contestants by score and day. Looks like our days are the rows here. We have 3 of those days. And then our scores are 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, and so on and so forth, all the way down to 0 out of 5. And looks like we have a total number, which I assume this number represents the total number of people, the total number of contestants on day number 1, right? And it looks like there's 20 contestants for each of these days. So let's read the question and see what we're being asked to find. The same 20 contestants on each of 3 days answered 5 questions in order to win a prize. Each contestant received 1 point for each correct answer. Okay. 1 point for each correct answer. I'm just write that down. 1 point equals correct, check mark. The number of contestants receiving a given score on each day is shown in the table above, right? We've already noticed that. So for instance, this 5 right here represents that there are 5 contestants on day 2 who scored 3 out of 5. So they would have gotten 3 points. Those 5 contestants would get 3 points. Okay, let's keep reading. No contestant received the same score on 2 different days. All right, so out of our 20 contestants, no contestant received the same score on 2 different days. Okay. If a contestant is selected at random, what is the probability? So again, anytime I see this word probability on the test, I think about a fraction where the denominator is the total and the numerator is what I want, right, or what I'm looking for. And the question usually will tell you exactly what you're looking for. So if a contestant is selected at random, what is the probability that the selected contestant received a score of 5 on day 2? Okay, so that's what I want, right? So let's deal with that. Let me erase this. A score of 5 on day 2. To be a randomly selected contestant and to score a 5 on day 2, you have this probability, right? 2 out of 20. There's 2 contestants that scored a 5 on day 2 out of the 20 contestants. So 2 out of a total of 20. Or, right, so when we deal with probabilities, we have or. It will always turn into a plus here. Or day 3. Okay, well, on day 3, to score 5 out of 5, there were 3 contestants, right? So that would be 3 out of 20. So then it says, given that the contestant received a score of 5 on 1 of the 3 days. All right, so that means we have to, so then we're looking at a total of 7 then, not the 20. Because in order to say that you definitely scored a 5 on 1 of the 3 days, there are only a total of 7 contestants who did that. So let's backtrack out of here. A total of 7 contestants scored a 5 out of 5 on 1 of those 3 days, right? 2 on day 1, 2 on day 2, and 3 on day 3. How many of them, now getting back to what we want to know how many of them scored a 5 on day 2 or day 3. Well, technically that'd be 2 out of 7 for day 2 plus 3 out of 7 for day 3, which is equal to 5 out of 7. So there's our answer. 5/7 is the answer to this question.